I'll attempt to keep this short, agents, but to understand and appreciate where we are right now, it's probably best to go back to the beginning. That's too far back. Still too far. Alright, close enough. After Keener re-emerged with his warlords in tow, and armed with a deadly bioweapon called Eclipse, his actions demanded a response. And while we thought the threat would be neutralized at Liberty Island, that was just the start of something just as dangerous. With Theo Parnell's road network activated, a shadow tide rolled into DC. This group of rogues was led by Molly Jupiter Henderson. The underlying agenda? To gather and test prototype weapons designed by Vivian Conley, in particular, an EMP jamming device that could be used against the division. After the tide subsided, we were visited by a ghost, Carter Hornet LaRue, an old friend from Midtown, one we left for dead, but who got a second chance at life. He tried to carry on Keener's legacy by trying to push out the Eclipse virus, but we cut his cell down. Afterwards, Barton Schaefer seemingly took a strike at New York. What we didn't realize then is that he and our following target had a bit of an, at the time, concealed agenda. He could have probably told us this if he wasn't in a coma. After Schaefer, we inevitably caught up with Faye and took out our revenge for turning on us and executing the acting president while trying to frame us. While we may have initially gotten the impression this was the end, it was not, as we would uncover a hidden alliance between Lau and Schaefer about a disturbing plot to establish a new world order by major players. All this while we countered Captain Lewis and his crew of True Sons offensive in DC, at least until we made a truce with them. It was during these events where we heard the names Calvin McManus and Natalia Sokolova, as well as General Anderson, and it's also where we heard of the Hunter program and one of its recruiters. I know this information might be jumbled and it has its gaps, and I can't tell you exactly where we go from here. We are in the midst of a PTS simulation testing with an upcoming Isaac update, but whether it's new legendary challenges we find ourselves against, or even old raiding spots revisited, I have a feeling we're gonna be A-okay.